home with. There's always something to discuss because, as we say, this program is for everybody. You are a tenant, you need the show. You are a landlord, you need the show. You are an engineer, you need the show. You are an artisan, you need the show. You want to buy a house, you need the show. You want to sell your property, you need the show. You want to, one way or the other, you are staying in a house. So if you are staying in a house, you need the show. Come close, increase your volume and listen what we have to discuss today. What we have to discuss. Before I go further, I want to say my name is Gwede Philip, engineer Gwede Philip. So anything as touching construction, as touching property, you are in the right program. So if you're having issues in your site, you are having some challenges in your site as an artisan, as a client, as an engineer, as a building professional, please stay tuned because we will need you to contribute on this show. Please, before I go further, I want to give us the number so that I open the line so that everybody can write it down as we go, because we need so each and every one of us to be part of this show. The number you can reach us on this show on Property Talk is 081 30 60 8527. I repeat, is 081 30 60 8527. You can call us on this program because we want to discuss site matter. We want to discuss site matter. I think last week somebody called and was talking about property. He wants to invest in property. He need our support. He need our input so that he will not make a mistake. And yesterday it was a long conversation between me and him, and it's somebody's already calling in. Okay, don't flash us, please call in because we want to discuss about construction matter. Hello, we lost this call. Please, you can try and call again. You can try the number to reach us on this show. If you have a long-lasting question you want to ask and long-lasting contribution as touching all the topic we've been dealing with for the past couple of weeks, because we always run out of time, and most time we are running our show, we always run out of time. We don't give much room for callers, but today we want to open the phone wide from the beginning to the end of the show so that you can call in. As I said earlier, the number to call in is 081 30 60 8527. We want to talk about construction matter. As I said earlier, the question is, we have a call already in the house. Hello. What's happening? The call is, we lost this call again. As I said earlier, if you are hearing and you're listening, we want to talk about those issues we face in the site. As an engineer, there are so many issues we face in the site. As an artisan, a mason, a plumber, a POP, a screeder, an electrician, those issues you have been facing with the engineer, those issues you have been facing with the clients that give you the job after every 2 digits I call. So listen again, I'm going to call it again. It's 081 30 60 8527. What are the challenges you are facing on site as an artisan? What are the challenges you are facing on site as okay, we have a call in the house. Hello, please, what's your name and where you're calling from?
This is Victor calling from Morozio.
Mr. Victor, thank you. Our first caller for today. Thank you for calling in. So, what's your contribution and what is it you want to contribute on this show?
Yeah, I'm an artisan too.
Okay, you're an artisan. What is it? Are you a mason, a plumber? What?
Anything about casting.
You said what? Come again.
Casting. Anything about casting.
Okay, you are into concreting.
Yes.
Okay, I'm with you. Go ahead with your contribution or complaint.
Yeah, my contribution I have to compare is that many buildings, based on the collapsing we are talking about, that there are many buildings that are supposed to introduce people in ages to ages, but they will not do that. Maybe along the line, the house will just be cracking and start collapsing. And another thing is that some people that labor money will give them like a big money. But in times of buying the material, they will buy it. But when it is labor money, it looks like, why should they pay that money? Maybe at the end of the day, we'll start having issue in the site.
All right, all right. Thank you so much for your contribution. Now, listen, you can listen to the show. We're going to answer your question. You can follow us on the show. You can still call in. Yes, he said, he's calling from Morozo. He said he's a concrete person. He's a concrete man. That most times in site, we don't follow due diligence in site. On site, we don't follow due diligence. There are some things that we're supposed to do, we don't do them. And secondly, he still complain about people or engineer or clients don't want to pay labor good money for labor. Good money for labor. To be honest and to be sincere, it's a general problem in Nigeria that people wants to buy a material worth billions and they don't want to pay labor. They want to pay stipend for those that we install. It's actually an eyesore, and it's actually what we really need to talk about and what we really need to look. Because if you need a good hand, you have to pay well. If you need a good hand, you have to pay well. I'm going to leave this open. If you're having a challenge like this on site, or you're having problem that you think, okay, most of this problem are the problem that is causing the house collapse in construction work, you can come up with those problems. Now, let me cite this. I was explaining something to a client some times ago. I said, see, we're like saying, okay, Messin, their daily pay was supposed to be 8,000 naira per day, and then that day I think I put 10,000 naira, because the work I'm supposed to do is a very technical work, and I need a very experienced Messin to do that work. For that same day, the medicine was not available, and if I'm to pull him where he is working, I have to add money to his money. I have to increase to make his pay a little bit juicy, so that he will come to my site to come and work. But the client did not understand this. He just said, medicine, the daily pay for a medicine is supposed to be 8,000. Why am I adding 2,000? Because the work is supposed to be done for like 3 days. It became an issue, and I had to sit him down. I had to explain, and thank God he was an understanding person. But some people will not even wait for you to even explain. They will just say, hey, he was overcharging me, and they cut you out of the job. They bring somebody else, and before you know, they take somebody that is not competent to do the work. In short, as I'm talking, there is one of our sites in Asokoro that a tiler was supposed to lay ties, and the owner said no, the price 1,500 in laying ties per square meter is too expensive. This is how they do it. I have somebody that will do it as cheap as 600,000 naira per square meter. I want to tell you that job, we have to, the guy came, start laying, and we found out that he was actually doing a bad job after about 5 to 6 days. What happened to that tiles? The tiles was waste, the cement was waste, and even the labor that he paid the guy in advance was waste. We have to recall this other tiler to come and correct the job, and that cost the client a lot of money. I will say one, as in there are so many I faced on site while carrying out my construction work in most of the sites. But thank God for most of the clients I have, most of them are understanding, and some of them will want to listen and hear your own part of it. Construction work is dynamic. Construction work, what you actually do here may be different from what you will experience here. So construction work is actually dynamic. The phone line is still open. If you are listening to us, the number to reach us on is 081306085. Or somebody's already calling. Hold on. Hello, good afternoon. What is your name and where are you calling from? And what is your contribution, please?
Yeah, my name is Christopher. I'm calling from Taro in Sakal.
Caro, Mr. Christopher, what is your contribution or what is your complaint? What are the challenges you have been facing on site?
Yeah, really some of the challenge in the site we are facing sometimes with our engineers. When someone collects a contract, the money that he is budgeting, so maybe he wants to get more than how it is. That's why we are getting problems with some of our engineering. The money is supposed to pay Messi. He will be thinking that when I pay Messi, let me, for example, you are paying Messi 10,000 naira. Then you are looking the contract that you are collect. It will not be, it will not bring again what you need, at least. Then you will reduce the money to the level of, let me just say 7 or 8,000 naira. Then after when you put the Messi at work, like now, for example, you put a Messi at work, you will be looking as if you are paying him that 7,000 naira. So you will not work as how you need. And you are looking it as if yes, you will not get what you need, or and he will not do the work that you needed. So the money is too a little for the Messi. That is the problem we are getting sometimes in this side.
So are you a Messi, Mr. Christopher?
Yes, I'm a Messi.
Okay, thank you for that contribution. Listen to the show. We are going to do justice to your question. Okay, you can hear Mr. Christopher loud and clear. He said some engineer they underpay artisan. I think that was one of the reasons why we introduced the app called WORIN Nigeria, so that Messing will not suffer this kind of problem. So Christopher, if you are hearing us, go to your Google search WORIN Nigeria, go to our web app, try and register as an artisan. We're going to give you a job and you will not face the challenge of being underpaid by engineers. Okay, I want to throw this to all the engineers listening to us. I need an engineer to call in. I need an engineer. I need a QS. I need an architect to call in into this show. Let's hear your own view, your own challenge with the artisans, with the clients on site, and how you've been able to resolve the problem. Now, he said engineer collects contract and wants to underpay. Let me cite an example. I think I cited this same story sometimes ago on this show. I was with a friend in Guarimpa. He met with the client and he spoke to the client. They want to cast a slab. So he spoke with the client, and the client said, "Okay, this money I will pay you this money." And when they paid him that money, he has to get some these boys, these artisans that used to do this, the people that used to place concrete. They call them generally manwaka on site, if you are familiar with site. So he called those guys, negotiated with them, and let me give an example. He collected the job from the man for 200,000 naira, and he negotiated with these people for like I think 40 or 45,000 naira. So he's having like about 150,000 naira to himself. When he negotiated with those guys and he told them, "I'm going to pay you 45,000 naira for this job," and those people agreed. And before you know, those people came to site and they finished the work very early because the contract work. They finished very early. So he felt bad as if he overpaid those guys. Why? Because of the time those guys used in finishing the job. And he got angry. I will not pay you the money we agree. This work is very small. I'm going to pay you 30,000 naira. Guess what happened on that side? Thank God I was on site that day to rescue him. After the whole show, I told him this is not the best way to handle artisan on site. That day, those artisans, they were, most of them are high on alcohol, are high on drugs. I don't know what happened. I was just a step away from him. Before I know, they bundled him and put him into the mixing concrete. The concrete is working presently, and the concrete was working, and there was concrete inside. They took him and put his head into the concrete. I have to run down, rescue him, beg those guys, settle the issue. And I want to tell you, what he used in treating himself was far more than what he's trying to save. So most times when you are working with these people on site, you have to be extremely diplomatic and be considerate with them. Because I want to say this, I'm not saying this because I was once an artisan before I became an engineer. I want to say these people are the real worker in the construction site. See, if you want your work to come out good, if you want your work to come out good, you must engage these people. And for your work to come out good, you must make them happy. Some of them are greedy. Let me put it that way. Some of them are greedy, and some of them are selfish too. But I want to tell you, if you have a good understanding, a good working relationship with all your artisans, you will not have issues. You will not have issues. So our last caller, don't worry. Subsequently, when you register with us, when we give you a job, you won't face that same challenge. Our phone line is open. You can reach us on 081 30608527. What are those challenges you are facing on site? What are those challenges as an artisan? And if you are a client too, you are listening to us, please call this line so that you can tell us the challenge you face while developing your property, or the challenge you are facing while you are constructing or developing your property. Tell us one of those challenge you face. Somebody is already calling in. Let's hold on for this caller. What are those things you are facing? Hello, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, the same first caller, Mr. Victor.
Mr. Victor, the concrete man. What do you have to say again?
Yeah, I'm getting more better in the program. You know why?
Why?
I have a colleague that is a plumber.
Okay.
So he was doing one job for a man. Along the line, the engineer started doing to him. Before you know it, you know what he did during the finishing process? You have to leave raw cement and block all the whole pipes of the building. So after the house was already departed, all the whole water system, no one is working. So these are the things our engineers should please look into our situation. They are collecting their fee as supervising of the work or contract or whatever, but this labor man, let them know the keeping eye on it. It's affecting both them and us. Because sometimes it makes them to lose their job. Many times they will be looking after what they will get. Maybe it's one contract you want to use and buy a car. Please, let them at least have it in mind that, okay, we are the one that is doing this work. We are the one that is suffering it, laboring on it. Their own is just to supervise it and give us some correction. But when it becomes the money aspect, they will like, no, the money is too much. And they forget that we have families and we have children and we are also dreaming to be like them because of the handwork. So I'm just...
Thank you, Mr. Christopher.
They will have second thought.
Thank you, Mr. Christopher. Thank you for your contribution. Wow, that was really, really harsh. That plumber, Mr. Christopher, that plumber, we really need to know that plumber. Why ain't go block those pipes? It's really, 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 really harsh. Now the engineer offend them now, not be the owner of the house. But nevertheless, it is not good to maltreat artisan on site. Pay them what they are due. Pay them. See, even the Bible talk, it said every laborer are worthy of their wages. So, and you shouldn't allow the sweat on his head to dry before paying them what you are supposed to pay them. It is very, very wrong to handle these people in such a way. So I'm throwing this to all the engineers in the house. You can hear Mr. Christopher, so that they don't go spoil your work, so that they don't go pour sign for your Gary. Treat them well. See, I want to say every job give birth to another job. If you do a job well, you will see a passerby, you will see even the client. If the client is happy, he will refer you to somebody else. So you must learn how to have working relationship with every artisan. And artisan, as you are hearing me, you to try as much as possible to enjoy, to understand your engineer. Some artisans are very rude because probably they have money, or probably they know they have alternative. They want to treat people anyhow. You want to treat this engineer, I will not come. When you are supposed to do a job, you are supposed to come today, you will relax in your house. I have a Tyler. Anytime is working for me. If I pay him junk money, the next day he will not come. He go flex. After I finish the money, he will come back. So what I normally do for him, I have an understanding. I say, guy, I will not pay you. I will be paying you stipend until you finish your work. I pay you off. I will not pay you, because I know anytime I pay him, either I like it or not. In short, if I go in house sef, he's already high, I won't be able to use him on site. So there are some of those attitudes are not good on site. And I want to say, if you are that kind of people that used to take alcohol while working, it's not a good one. It's not a good site ethic. So I want to say this generally, that you can still be part of this show by calling 081 30608527. I want one engineer to call me on this line. I want one engineer to call me and tell me his experience. I want one client to call me. If you have